Hello everyone, welcome to the Thomas Podcast YouTube channel. So today I'm going to talk to you about a different show, a show that I've not really spoken about too much or ever on this channel actually, and that is Ted Lasso. Now I think everyone is talking about Ted Lasso at the minute, so I'm just going to kind of give you my pitch as to why you should watch this show. And I know what you're thinking, the season's wrapping up in a few weeks, I can just wait to binge it, but here's my argument to you. Now, this show could be wrapping up in a few weeks. We don't know if it's the final season. They've sort of been teasing us that it might be it, but also its popularity surely has to be a factor. And if Apple TV have anything to go by, they'll really want to keep one of their stalwarts going for at least another couple seasons, so people keep those subscriptions going. Because Apple TV is one of those subscription services in the UK at least where people aren't really subbing. Not that it's doing badly, obviously, and it's getting named stars, but Apple TV is one of those subscription services, I think, where people subscribe when there's a show on, and then unsubscribe when there isn't a show. They'll go, do you know what? No, there's not enough back catalogue here for me to keep going. Not like a Disney Plus or a Netflix or even Amazon Prime, where they're just consistently churning out back catalogue content along with new stuff. Whereas Apple TV hasn't really got that yet. There's not enough content on the service for you to want to stay, for at least for me anyway. And once I've done with all the shows that I want to watch, I will then unsubscribe until I want to rewatch stuff, because otherwise my Apple TV subscription will sit there for ages. And also, one of the positives about Apple TV is that you kind of get it for free if you get any new Apple product. I mean, that's all when I first got it. I got an entire year free. That was before I watched Ted Lasso, so I kind of just wasted it and only watched the Tom Holland movie Cherry, and that wasn't that great, which was really unfortunate because it was like one of my only reasons to get Apple TV was for that. And yeah, it wasn't the best. It wasn't bad, but fine. But Ted Lasso is phenomenal. It's one of the best shows on any platform right now. It's incredible. I know what you're thinking, but Alex, it's a show about football. No, it's not. Yes, football is a massive foundation of this show and does feature heavily, but this show is so much more than a football show. It's about heart. It's about character. It has so many layers to it, and it is one of the best shows to get engrossed in character. It's one of those shows you can watch and you go, I suddenly care about these characters way more than I thought I would, considering when I first watched the show, I thought this character was this and this character was that. It's just one of those shows that you really get a connection to. I think there's a character for everybody in Ted Lasso. Now, I think most characters are fleshed out well. I think some of them are quite cheesy. Like Anthony Head, for example, who plays Rupert, is just a dick for dick's sake. But then again, that's what Anthony Head does really well in television. He's so good at just being quite prickish and getting away with it, you know. It's one of the things he does really well. But the thing is, he can also do things in Buffy which make you think he's a good dude. So Anthony Head's probably one of the best actors working today in television. But you have characters like Nate, Roy Kent, and if you're an old-fashioned football fan, you'll probably fucking love Roy Kent. Roy Kent's probably one of the best characters in the show. But you've got great characters like Keeley, Ted Lasso, Rebecca. Every character has something to them in this show. No piece of the puzzle is wasted, and things pay off, whether it takes a season and a half or it takes sometimes 2 seasons for things to pay off. There are always moments that each character gets. I mean, look at Jamie Tart, who is possibly one of the biggest dicks at the start of the show and goes through one of the best character developments I've seen in recent memory. Now, while I'm recording this on the 10th, you'll see this on the 11th, the third to last potential episode ever of the show came out. And yeah, that may be a reason to binge it and wait a few weeks, but here's my argument, right? Event television rarely comes along these days. It's something with this new binge model, we just kind of watch stuff and then it fades. Like I've always said, with Sex Education, the last season that came out a year and a half ago now, maybe a bit longer. I watched it in 2 days, and then it just left my memory. Not because it was bad, but because I just watched it in 2 days. And then you sit there and you think, wow, wouldn't it have been great if I watched it week to week? And that's why I'm suggesting to you, if you've not watched this show, the first 2 seasons are easily bingeable. I think there's 22 episodes in the first 2 seasons, plus the 9 that have come out of this season. Now, season 3 is a bit harder to binge because it is a bit longer. I think episodes range from 20 minutes to also an hour. Some of them, I think there's a few specials in there that go a bit longer. But I'd recommend putting the effort in and binging it. And also, I say effort, it's effortless to binge Ted Lasso. It's so fun. And I've not even looked at the main character yet, the title character Ted, who is possibly one of the best characters in fiction and will go down as one of the best leading characters in any TV show ever because of just how genuine and sweet he is. There is so much to love about him and his best friend, Coach Beard, as well. And there's even an episode about Beard, which is kind of an offshoot of anything else that happens in the show. It's just really fantastic, guys. I highly recommend this show to you. And the most recent episode is full of that heart. It's full of character. And like I said, when I went back to the beginning of the video where I said it's a show about football, yes, football is ingrained in this show. It's about a football club. It's about the running of a football club, the management, the players, the position in the league. But football plays such a minimal part in the higher story, in the character's story. Football is not an afterthought, but it's not the main drive of the characters. They're not all, we need to win the Premier League. You rarely see them talk about their success. And that's not to say that the club isn't successful throughout the show. It's not those underdog stories where it is at points, but not entirely. It's just about much more. And I think people that love football are going to love it. I'm one of them. I'm a big football fan, as you guys know. Check out Ted Lasso Sports. Stuff will be happening there soon. But this show is fantastic. I think anybody writing it off is doing themselves a disservice because you guys could really get involved with something here. And look, this might not be the last season. This attempt to get you guys to watch it before time runs out might be pointless because they might be like, yeah, we're doing a season 4. But just in case, in the small aspect that they are not playing around with us and this is the final go, get involved, be a part of this moment, because this finale, I can guarantee it, is going to bring some emotion to people. And I think event television is important, and I think to be a part of that, to be like, oh no, I remember the day that finished. Because that's one of the big things for me with some shows that I've missed that I could have been a part of when it was airing. You go, oh shit, if only I was there when that happened or this happened, So that's why I'm telling you, if you do have Apple TV, or if you're thinking about purchasing a new Apple product in the near future, if you get that Apple TV free thing, get it. Or if you're in the position to get Apple TV and pay for it, please do. It's so worth it. Also, you've got things like Mythic Quest on there and other shows as well. Shrinking just came on there. Harrison Ford. What's his name? I can't think of his name now. Oh, it's going to really annoy me. Guy from How I Met Your Mother. Why can't I think of his name? Is it Jason something? I can't think. Oh, I just had Jason Statham in my head. What's his name? Oh, no, it's Marshall from How I Met Your Mother. The Muppets. What's his name? Oh, man. I can't think of it. When I Google it afterwards, I'm going to be kicking myself. No. There you go. That's my pitch, that you need to go watch Ted Lasso. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe. I'm going to try and post as many days as I can. Not daily, I'm not putting a pressure on myself. But if I come up with a good video idea similar to this one, I'm going to post. So, yeah. And every Monday, the Thomas podcast comes out, which comes out on this very channel. But you can also check the link tree down in the description as well for more platforms to watch it on. So, yeah, guys, thank you all so very much for watching this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye bye.